The thing that has had the most impact on this trip has been actually seeing revolutionary socialist politics in action. Specifically, we got to meet with a group of youth, incredible high school students who were sharing campaigns that they ran in their school.
One of the incredible things for me was also meeting the women workers of Pan y Rosa, Spread and Roses, that first of all, they named their organization after a strike, an immigrant women's led strike in the United States. And now, as a woman, a working class woman, coming and seeing what they've been able to build to fight against capitalism and sexism simultaneously, an incredible, inspiring thing that we can also do the same thing. Sharing our own experiences as working class women, as oppressed women in the United States.
One of the things that's been really powerful seeing while I've been here in Argentina is the FIT, which is the Left and Workers Front. There's a lot of talk in the US about socialist politics, but oftentimes it doesn't actually reflect a perspective of independent working class politics. And that's been very powerful to see in action of a socialist electoral campaign that's actually very much linked with the struggles of PepsiCo, with the struggles of women, with the struggles against the disappeared. It's not electoralism, and it's linked to a working class political party.
One of the most memorable experiences was our visit with Mardi Gras workers at the print shop cooperative in Buenos Aires. It was really amazing to hear the workers there talk about the struggle that's led to the takeover of the factory and the struggles after the takeover 3 years ago, especially against sexism, for democratic decision making. And I was really moved by the fight for childcare in the factory.
Vendíamos la revista compartiendo la lucha de Mardi Gras, de Sanon y World Color, y fue algo muy atractivo, muy interesante para los que querían comprar. Entonces les quería dar una donación humilde de lo que vendimos y estamos en solidaridad con la lucha que están haciendo día a día. Muchas gracias.
The militancy and the discipline of the workers and the revolutionaries here, seeing the activity of the PepsiCo workers, hearing the history of the Subte leaders who have led struggle and strikes against the co-workers who were killed by union bureaucrat thugs, and hearing how they've been able to fight for the right and the power of working people.
We met with women hospital workers who've been organizing for over a decade there, who told us about how they stood up against the bosses as well as even their union bureaucracy to fight for the rights of subcontracted women workers who are the most precarious in the hospital. Was really inspiring. For me as a nurse in New York City, I have a lot to learn from and to take back with me, and to see also how much we share in terms of the intensification of our work.
This trip has been amazing for me. I had the opportunity to come with comrades from the US to see with them, and to experience with them what it is to show them a bit of my experience here in Argentina. I think the most important thing was for them to get to see with their own eyes something that they had read about, something that they had heard about.
I felt really inspired by the discussion of La Izquierda Diario, the news website that exists in 5 languages, 12 countries, the one that Left Voice is part of, we have ideas that make sense to people, because capitalism just brings people misery and joblessness and oppression. And so I think the question is, how do we reach people with those ideas, and how do we discuss it in a way that makes sense to people? And also, how do people, the most advanced workers, the most advanced people in the movements of women, of Black folks, LGBT folks, how do those folks also express their struggles? And so I think that the tool of having a news site that can reach, millions of people is really inspiring.
And really, it was just incredible to just meet all these courageous people who have been fighting against the bosses, the union bureaucracy, patriarchy, and really just hitting it in a very concrete and a political way. It's just something I haven't seen before, and I look forward to learning more and working more with that dynamicism in the United States.
Una foto con Nico, ¿alguien quiere una foto con Nico? Gracias.